see the new e-learning procedures in place for some students. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Shelby Roberts. New this afternoon, the Tazewell County Clerk's Office is fessing up to a mix-up that's impacting voters right here in central Illinois. County Clerk John Ackerman announced that a small batch of voter registration cards got multiplied, leaving some voters with multiple copies of their cards. Ackerman cites a printer glitch as the cause of the problem. He says his office was notified about the issue by voters on Monday. The people impacted are serviced by the Delavan, Hopedale, and Goodfield post offices. Ackerman apologized and went on to say even with that malfunction, the office saw savings of $4,800. In other news, another arrest has been made in connection to the New Year's Eve homicide that happened in Normal. Yesterday, police arrested 19-year-old DeJuan Griffin from Bloomington for first-degree murder. Back on Friday, 18-year-old Garrett Alfield was also taken into custody as the investigation is underway. On New Year's Eve, 17-year-old Tariq Houston was shot and killed after a brawl on the corner of Putnam Avenue and Parkside Road. Griffin is the second person that's been arrested in connection to that shooting, and Alfield was arrested for allegedly firing rounds into the air during the brawl, but police did not say if his gunshots were the ones that ultimately killed Houston. A Bloomington man is in jail this afternoon after police say he tried to rob a hotel. Police say this man, 40-year-old Jared Williams, entered a hotel on IAA Drive Tuesday night. A hotel employee says that Williams showed a gun, demanded money, and left with an undisclosed amount of cash. Hours later, police found Williams just before 2 a.m. during an unrelated disorderly conduct call on Rainbow Avenue. Police say that Williams physically resisted arrest and that he was tased, and in the tussle, one officer did get a minor hand injury. Williams now faces charges for armed robbery and resisting arrest with an officer injury. The McLean County man accused of endangering the life of his 8-year-old daughter faced a judge yesterday. 31-year-old Richard Roundtree was given a bond of $100,000. He was arrested Tuesday in connection with the death of his daughter Rika. In November, a McLean County jury convicted Richard's girlfriend, 42-year-old Cynthia Baker, of beating and kicking Rika to death. Roundtree's next court date is set for January 17th. Prosecutors will not seek the death penalty for the former Tazewell County man accused of killing 4 people back in 2018. The Nashville District Attorney is asking Travis Ranking to serve life without the possibility of parole for that deadly shooting. Authorities say Ranking opened fire at a Tennessee Waffle House in April of 2018. That case was put on hold while Ranking was treated for schizophrenia. He was later found fit to stand for trial. In your city council news, Peoria tow truck companies could see some higher towing fees this year. Last year, Peoria City Council received complaints about those fees not being increased since 2011. Tuesday, council members will vote on raising those fees. Corrections will also be made to the city's tow ordinance, so it'll be in compliance with the current state law. This is including requiring operators to wear reflective garments and notify vehicle owners of a tow. Also at council, officials will discuss a change in the 2020-2021 biennial budget. Last year, the Peoria Community Committee of Economic Opportunity, as well as VC Bank, they both applied for funding through the Affordable Housing Program. They received $360,000. They'll use those funds to revitalize 24 occupied properties located in the South Village. And the committee is requesting $120,000 from the South Village TIF Fund. That's all to help get the job done. Jessica Thomas, the Peoria County Auditor, is taking some time to educate the public about her office. She spoke at the Peoria Heights Public Library yesterday about a transparency tool that's available to all Peoria County taxpayers. It's called the Auditor's Transparency Portal. It's an online tool that lets people see how and where those tax dollars are being spent. Thomas says her role is all about checks and balances.
Knowing that this money that we're spending in county government doesn't belong to us, it actually belongs to the people who elect us, and that it's our job to keep that safe and be very cautious with our spending.
The auditor is holding some future forums that you can be a part of. You can take a look at your screen. Those times and locations are listed right there. You can also find them on our website. That's ciproud.com. While a former Peoria police officer could be getting his badge back after being fired. 2 years ago, Officer Jeremy Lehman was fired after he posted this picture to Facebook. In the picture, you can see a man wearing a t-shirt, and on it says Police BDRT. That stands for Baby Daddy Removal Team. While the picture may have offended some people, an arbitrator says that the post was not enough for the department to fire the officer. Peoria City Manager Patrick Urick says the city is now looking at appealing the arbitrator's decision. In Bloomington, the District 87 School Board met last night to brainstorm some procedures when classes are canceled for winter weather. Schools across central Illinois are implementing what's now known as e-learning days. This means that students will complete the day's schoolwork online from home when school is canceled due to the weather. Under the new District 87 plan, middle and high school teachers will provide lessons that students can complete at home using school-provided laptops. That's when class is canceled. For pre-K and elementary students, teachers will create lessons before an e-learning day, and then they'll send worksheets home with students. The superintendent says the district should be ready for an e-learning day by next month. More marijuana businesses could soon be able to open up shop in rural McLean County, but entrepreneurs may have to jump through some hoops before they can open up a dispensary. The McLean County Zoning Board just approved an ordinance stating that any marijuana business will have to go through a multi-step approval process to be cleared to sell or to grow.
We wanted to have some reasonable regulations for cannabis facilities if somebody wants to build one here. Ultimately, they ended up being special uses or involving public hearings for each of the cannabis uses that would be established in the county.
The county board will have the final say on January 21st. Well, after several recent deaths, law enforcement officials are warning people about the dangers of the drug fentanyl. It's a synthetic opioid that's 100 times stronger than morphine. McLean County Coroner Kathleen Yoder says 2 people died this week from fentanyl overdoses. In Peoria, AMT Josh Bradshaw says that they're not seeing many cases, though. The Bloomington Police Department and the McLean County Coroner's Office say that the drug dealers often mix fentanyl with cocaine or heroin. Consuming drugs laced with fentanyl can be deadly because users don't realize how strong the drug really is.
We would hope that we're not seeing it because of harm reduction measures that are already in place in our community. However, with the Bloomington Normal area being just a few miles down the road, we will be more aware and more vigilant.
And if you or someone that you know is suffering with drug addiction, we've got some resources on how you can help them out. They're listed on our website, ciproud.com. Coming up, a new place to do some cyber shooting and grab some good grub. I'm taking a first look in this week's Open for Business.